Welcome back to Midwest Brouhaha 2015, the 6th annual Midwest Brouhaha. We're about midway through the day on day one. We've got 2 more days of Derby action left to go. We're getting set to bring you this bout featuring Treasure Valley taking on Houston. Very closely ranked. Houston number 52, Treasure Valley number 47. For those of you tuning in, I'm Wilhelm Scream.
I'm Kate Silver.
We're going to quickly run through the rosters. We're going to run down Treasure Valley's roster first. Got number 1697, Ella Snow Fury. 1959, Demolition Barbie. Number 208, Idaho. 3317, Cruel La La. 462, Dawn of the Shred. Number 47, Jane Air Raid. Number 5, Rage of the Annihilation. Number 567, God Dame Savage. Number 630, Scarlet Danger. Number 66, Aurelia Spine. And number 8338, On a Highway to Hell. Number 86, Oh Yoshi Didn't. Number 88, Phantom of the Dropia. And number 951, Sinister Kate.
Skating for Houston, we've got number 11, Boysenberry Pie. Number 16, Mistilla. Number 19, Betty Watch It. Number 21, Jekyll and Heidi. Number 26, Randy Brown. Number 31, 2X Force. Number 51, Bustin' Beaver. Number 585. Number 585, and Fuego. Number 69, Death by Chocolate. Number 7, Kelly Popowski. Number 9, Big Bad Voodoo Dolly. Number 91, Slayer Moon. Number 93, Irma Gerd. And number 96, Patty Payne.
Looks like we're going to start with Slayer Moon jamming against Idaho. On your screens, Houston in black with the pink accent. Treasure Valley in white with the pink accent. It's a battle of teams with pink accents.
Just in the middle, we have a pink circle.
Picking up lead jammer status is Idaho, but she gets recycled back, bounced to the outfield, forced to retreat back. That's going to give an opportunity for Houston.
And she calls it off, preventing points from being scored by Houston. So we have 0-0 on the first hand.
A good awareness by Idaho, making sure that she didn't let Slayer Moon sneak around and grab any points. One of the benefits of why you want to get lead jammer status. We're going to set up once again Big Bad Voodoo Dolly on the jam line for Houston. And Demolition Barbie, her counterpart, taking the notorious RED jammer line for Treasure Valley.
Treasure Valley, 3 blockers on the track. And pushing against this wall, getting recycled to the back of the pack. Both jammers getting recycled. The lead jam going to Houston, going to Big Bad Voodoo Dolly.
The Big Bad Voodoo Dolly is through. Demolition Barbie being pinned back by a good, strong floor wall. Houston Hard Knocks not allowing her through very easily. Finally, Demolition Barbie finding a seam.
Big hit. Looks like that by On a Highway to Hell. Forces Big Bad Voodoo Dolly to call off the jam, not before she's able to get 2 points for Houston.
That breaks the scoreless tie. Houston now 2, Treasure Valley 0. 28 minutes left to go in the first half. We're going to set up again. Houston sending out number 585 and Fuego to the jam line.
And coming out for Treasure Valley, looks like that is number 1697, Ella Snow Fury. Ella Snow Fury hits the front of that Houston pack, pushing away on the inside line.
Boysenberry Pie taking down Ella Snow Fury right at the front. Ella thought she had an opening on the outside, and Boysenberry quickly stifled that.
Getting recycled back quickly, trying to push through both of these defenses containing these jammers.
A very stiff defense by both teams. Ella Snow Fury recycled back, has to come in back behind number 21, Jekyll and Heidi.
Pushing the line, and Ella Snow Fury getting recycled back around turn 1.
Good strong defense. We've already seen 40 seconds gone from this jam. Neither jammer completing their initial pass. And good bracing defense being done at the front by Treasure Valley. Just really holding their positions, not allowing the jammer through.
Also, Ella Snow Fury getting pushed out, but coming back in. No pass, no penalties, so she does not gain lean status.
But more importantly, in the way that this jam's been going, she is free and in scoring position, looking to get some points, looking for Treasure Valley to knot it up or take a lead over Houston. Ella Snow Fury taken down. Brandy Brown stepping in just at the right time. knocking El Snow Fury down to the infield. Meanwhile, Enfuego still, it's like someone doused her. She's just not able to find an opening.
This is defense by Treasure Valley. Kulala, Raggedy Annihilation, Aurelia Spine, and Sinister Kate shutting her down.
And Fuego does sneak through, picking up lead jammer status. But she knows that Ella Snow Fury is grabbing points for Treasure Valley. She wants to get a few of her own for Houston. Looks like more likely than not, this is going to go the full 2 minutes. And it does indeed go the 2 minutes. 5 points picked up by Treasure Valley, 3 picked up by Houston, which means we've got a tie.
Very nice. Both of these defenses coming up big on that jam. Just a story about defenses keeping those jammers contained.
Well, and again, these two teams only separated in the standings by 5 ranking spots. And when you get into the D2 area, that 5 spots makes for very close competition.
Absolutely.
I would not be surprised to see a back and forth game, a very close game all day long.
Looks like we're taking an official timeout right now. So one of our sponsors for this tournament is Orthopedic Institute of Wisconsin. Dr. Eric Peifel of the Orthopedic Institute of Wisconsin and Mosh wishes you a safe brouhaha weekend. We are here for all your injuries on and off the track. Contact us at theorthoinstitute.com.
Looks like the head official has given the signal to get back to the action. We're going to set up with Dawn of the Shred and Slayer Moon on the notorious RED jammer line.
All 4 blockers from each of the teams on the track. Both of them trying to force on the inside. Not seeing any movement. Dawn of the Shred trying to go out. Slayer Moon getting recycled back. Pushing through the center. Now we're seeing split plaque. And Slayer Moon ducks inside, gets out, and gains lead jammer status for Houston.
Real good east-west lateral motion by Slayer Moon, creating an opening of her own. Found a seam, and now she's in the middle already in scoring position.
It looks like Dawn of the Shred has taken the helmet cover off her head. Is getting with it in her hand, but puts her back on. Then Slayer Moon calls it off. Gains 3 points.
It's a strategy we've been seeing slowly over the past few months, especially with the change to the Star Pass rules. We're seeing more teams skate with an inactive jammer for a while, almost as a way to try and fool the opposing team,
yes,
to let that jammer just blend in with all the rest of the blockers and then spring free. Dawn of the Shred tried that there. There's no harm, no foul, because she wasn't going to get lead jammer status anyways. It had already gone to Slayer Moon.
We've seen this in higher level play especially. Now it looks like Big Bad Voodoo Dolly gets out first and takes lead jam. Skating at the start of the head for Treasure Valley's Idaho. Still working her way through the pack.
It's like a couple of skaters tangle up with each other. There's Aurelia Spine and Death by Chocolate in the straightaway between turns 2 and 3. Big Bad Voodoo Dolly bounced to the infield. Forced to recycle back. And Aurelia Spine being leaned on right now by Big Bad Voodoo Dolly. Big Bad Voodoo Dolly fights through, grabs 5 points. That is a Rydell Skates Grand Slam.
The multi-player block is assessed on one of the Treasure Valley skaters.
That might have been against Idaho. She is sitting in the penalty box right now, so this is a Sakatumi power jam for Houston. Good opportunity for them to add some more points and extend their lead a little bit. Jam called off. We got a score of 18-5, 22 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first half.
So Houston really pulling ahead there. Starting now with power jam on this this next jam. So I'll give him a chance to potentially pull away, start really putting points on the board.
All the blockers up at the pivot line, giving a little bit of an opportunity for the jammer to get a head of steam going before they engaged.
And Fuego in for Houston, pushing at the front of this pack right now. Gets lead jammer status, coming back around as Idaho is released from the box.
And Idaho thought she'd found an opening, and Houston quickly sealed it off. Good, strong four-wall by the Houston Hard Knocks, really preventing Treasure Valley's jammer from getting any speed. They are losing one of their blockers now. That is number 19, Betty Watchett, into the penalty box for Houston. Treasure Valley now with a 4-3 pack advantage, trying to get their jammer through. Idaho does complete the initial pass.
And Fuego still working for points, calls it off. Gains 4 points on that jam. Treasure Valley none, bringing the score to 22-5. So a slower jam, but some hard-fought points for Houston.
Opening up what's currently the large lead of the game. What may really end up influencing this game is going to be those penalties, and specifically jammer penalties. Only a 10-point power jam for Houston, but that time that Idaho was off the track, they couldn't get any points of their own. And now we're seeing a power jam being handed to Treasure Valley as Death by Chocolate assessed a track cut call. Creates an opportunity for number 1959, Demolition Barbie, who does pick up lead jammer status.
Both these jammers we haven't seen yet jam in this game. Demolition Barbie getting recycled to the back of the pack. Comes in. Some quick offense played by her blockers. Makes her way around for a 5-point ride aisle skates grand slam. With a spin move. Calls it off. Gets 2 more points for Treasure Valley before doing so. Houston none. And ices Death by Chocolate in the box. So they're going to start on a power jam.
The Demolition Barbie coming around that apex, seeing that Death by Chocolate standing. Fewer than 10 seconds left in the penalty. Wanted to have as high of a chance as possible to get lead jam. They're going to start out with Ella Snow Fury on the notorious RED jammer line. Try and maximize their ability to get lead jammer.
Ella Snow Fury gets out, gets lead jam for Treasure Valley.
Not quite sure. She hopped over the Houston wall with her feet just going out, but the skates never touched the ground. Some very good agility and good strength by Ella Snow Fury to keep herself on the track, while the rest of her team was bridging backwards to force Death by Chocolate to have a longer distance to go.
Absolutely. Death by Chocolate gets out of the pack now, completing her initial pass. Working on the story pass, but Ella Snow Fury calls it off before she can do so and scores lead 4 points in the process. Bringing the total score, Houston 22, Treasure Valley 16.
It's making it just a little bit tighter. And again, power jams. Houston had the 10-point jam. Treasure Valley with a 7-point jam. Just kind of nickel and diming their way back in. No huge jams for either team yet. We'll see what this next jam brings us. Dawn of the Shred jamming against Sailor Moon.
Dawn of the Shred working her way in the back, trying to find any kind of daylight. Gets this, but Slayer Moon makes her way out first, getting lead jam for Houston. Star pass, though, to Sinister Kate.
Gets the star, puts it on her head, but Slayer Moon's already scoring, knifing through the pack, grabs 4 points. Opening it back up to a 10-point lead.
So we're seeing a lot of trading fours here in this bout. Lots of lead jammer gets out, gets her 4, calls it real quick.
Well, again, with teams that are this evenly matched, you're going to see a lot of that strategy coming into play. The bread and butter of Derby, you can win if you can just keep getting those 4-point jams and preventing the other team from scoring often enough.
That's right. Jamming now, wearing the star for Houston is En Fuego, and wearing the star for Treasure Valley, we see Idaho. En Fuego gets out first for lead jam. Ducks on the inside, takes the outside. Gets an easy Rydell Skates grand slam for Houston.
Idaho pushed to the outfield and has to recycle back. Almost came in front of 2X Force, but good awareness prevent herself from getting back on the track. It was Irma Gerd that had pushed her outside in the first place.
Idaho still working at this strong Houston defense. Miss Stilla, 2X Force, Bustin Beaver, and Irma Gerd. And Fuego coming around for another grand slam.
That's a multiplayer block penalty sending Goddamn Savage into the penalty box. Idaho still unable to solve the Houston defense. And Fuego's already grabbed 15 points so far in this jam, making it easily the highest point scoring jam of the game so far. Idaho finally out of the penalty or the pack.
And Fuego calling but not before gaining 4 more points. Scoring 19 points on this in this jam, bringing the score to 45-16.
Just over 16 minutes to go. We're also seeing Houston has had lead jammer all but 3 times so far in this game. They've had control of the clock, they've had control of the gameplay, and that's one of the reasons why they've staked themselves to this early lead.
They have a Demolition Barbie jamming for Treasure Valley, going against Big Bag Voodoo Dolly, skating for Houston. Big Bag Voodoo Dolly gets out first, getting lead jam. Demolition Barbie pushing at the front, able to get out.
Nice little pirouette by Demolition Barbie to complete her initial pass. And the speed that she came around flying with, forcing Big Bad Voodoo Dolly to call off the jam. Looks like 1 point gathered for each team. We're going to get set for the next jam. Slayer Moon back on the notorious RED jam line, and her counterpart 1697 Ella Snow Fury.
Slayer Moon getting recycled back by Treasure Valley, working her way back up.
Both jammers working solo against the opposing defenses. Slayer Moon fights through. The Treasure Valley pack had actually spread themselves out trying to bridge her back. Not a solid wall, and that was what allowed her to sneak through. Big hit delivered, dropping Slayer Moon. That was number 8338 on a highway to hell, living up to at least the last word of her name with that hit that she delivered.
Slayer Moon hitting the pack once more. The 3 wall on the front, keeping her there. So that's Scarlet Danger backwards blocking her there. She gets through, scores. Looks like 5 more points for Houston.
And Ella Snow Fury with 4 of her own. Treasure Valley remaining within striking distance. Good block delivered by 2X Force. 3
points by Ella Snow Fury scored on that last jam, but none for Houston. But Houston coming up with the larger total, 55-24.
Houston's opened up a 31-point lead. That is definitely not insurmountable, especially with ultimately it's just over 43 minutes left in the game. We've got 13 minutes before halftime. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back for a full 30 minutes afterwards. So it's still within reach, but Fuego going to try and prevent that from happening. She picks up lead jammer status once again for Houston.
Idaho still working her way through the pack, getting stopped by this Houston defense. Looking for any kind of seam. 2 wall in the back, pushing her out, getting recycled by number 7, Kelly Kopowski.
Idaho getting tangled up. Kelly Kopowski really slowing her down, pushing her to the outfield once again, forcing her to cycle back. She's got to come in behind Jacqueline Heidi. Good derby smarts by Jacqueline Heidi, forcing that retreat even deeper.
Ben Fuego pushing against number 66, Aurelia Spine, trying to get around her, get that last point of her swing pass. But gets knocked out and gets recycled. Great one-on-one blocking by Aurelia Spine here, cycling her all the way back.
Aurelia pretty much pulled her back a quarter of the track just herself. And finally, Idaho is through the pack, and Fuego still trying to fight through. Decides she's going to call off the jam. 5 more points picked up by Houston.
No points for Treasure Valley, bringing the total score up to 60. Houston, 24. Treasure Valley. So this game is all about defense. This is just slow going, chipping away.
Very much methodical on both teams. We'll just keep chipping at it. But right now, Houston, they're on a 5 jam in a row streak of picking up lead jammer. We'll see if that continues. Trying to change a little bit of the story is number 1959, Demolition Barbie. She does not do so as Big Bad Voodoo Dolly is able to grab lead jammer away from Treasure Valley.
An out of play called on number 19, Betty Watchek. Number 31, 2X Force also going to the box.
Houston coming into this game 3-3 on the 2015 season so far. Treasure Valley 5-2. And both these teams, with where they stand in the rankings and the experience that they have, it's not going to be surprising to see if it tightens up and watch them both just drill down a little more into their games. Right now, they've got a better system than Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley's going to have to try and get back into it. They're going to send out number 462, Donna the Shred, to jam. Donna the Shred, same result as we've seen so much already in this game against Treasure Valley, or against Houston. Houston once again snagging lead jammer. That is number 91, Slayer Moon.
Slayer Moon hitting the pack, trying to get any points before Donna the Shred comes in, but Donna the Shred comes up through and gains points.
Donna the Shred, it's almost like no one realized that she was there. She knifed through, picked up the Grand Slam. And Slayer Moon could have called that off with 4 points and then moved forward with it. But Donna the Shred just knifed around and got all 5.
Donna the Shred now being blocked in the front by a 2-wall of 2X Force and Betty Watchek. They have to let her go. She gains 4 points for Treasure Valley.
Another 4 points picked up by Slayer Moon. She calls off the jam. End result 9-8. But that one extra helping Treasure Valley whittle down a little bit at the lead. We're going to set up this next jam. Ella Snow Fury and Fuego on the jam line. Currently, the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino penalty box is empty, so a full complement of skaters. It's actually been relatively consistent that we've had an empty penalty box. Looks like we've got an official timeout being called.
Speaking of the penalty box, Notorious RED starting close and clean on a Notorious RED. Notorious by Notorious RED. Smell clean even if you play dirty. Get it here at Brouhaha or Derby for All, or online at notoriousred.com.
And Notorious RD does do wonders. Speaking of doing wonders, Hinckley Productions bringing this entire event to you all weekend long. I want to give a big thank you to them. They have been a friend to Derby since 2008, providing live video production services and bringing you the live broadcast of Brouhaha. Support the free streaming of Derby with your DVD purchase at hinckleyproductions.com/brouhaha. And while you're doing that, step onto your Twitter account, step onto your Facebook, your Instagram. If you still have a MySpace and MySpace accepts hashtags, Use the hashtag BrewHaha2015. Send us pictures of your watch party. Send commentary about your favorite skaters. We want to know what you're doing at home, so communicate with all of us using the hashtag BrewHaha2015. We may read it, we may not. We don't have a lot of time between the action, although this official timeout might have been a good time for us to pull open the Twitter app.
Absolutely. If you're watching this with your cats, wonderful time to take a picture, tag it, BrewHaha. Here's me with Fluffy.
If we can get BrewHaha 2015 trending with cat pictures in Egypt, I will know we have done something right.
I could connect you. I have contacts.
We are coming out of the official timeout. Once again, we've got Ella Snow Fury and Enfuego on the jam line.
Enfuego pushing against the back wall. Treasure Valley trying to find a seam. This pack slowly moving into turn one. A multiplayer block now being assessed on Houston, number 51. That is Bustin' Beaver, heads to the box.
And Fuego pulled back deep. A forearm penalty being assessed against Ella Snow Fury. Jam ref missed it initially. He was ready to declare her lead jammer, but instead there's a forearm penalty. That is going to put Enfuego on a power jam.
Enfuego wants to be in the front, makes it through for lead jam.
Enfuego's going to try and utilize as much of that 30-second penalty time as possible. Snags some more points. Pushes and leaning. Getting around Ragedy Annihilation.
That will be a 5-point Rydell Skates power jam for Enfuego.
Raggedy Annihilation once again trying to slow down Enfuego and getting a little bit of help from number 951, Sinister Kate.
Ella Snow Fury coming back from the penalty box, hitting the pack. Still working on getting her initial pass. Oh, big hit. Number 11, Boysenberry Pie.
And Ella Snow Fury just slid off of Boysenberry Pie's attempted block.
Enfuego calls it off. Or she attempts to call it off.
Well, Enfuego has attempted to call it off, but she is being assessed a penalty for skating out of bounds.
Wow.
That is going to flip everything on its head. It is now a power jam, a Sakatumi power jam awarded to Ella Snow Fury. Ella Snow Fury grabbing 5 points. With 4 points given to Enfuego before she went into the penalty box. An official review is now being asked for by Houston. And if I had to hazard a guess, they're challenging the skating out of bounds call.
Yeah, I think that wasn't the most obvious call.
Pretty sure what they're going to argue is that the jammer was attempting to call it off before she went out of bounds. So they shouldn't be penalized just because the jam ref didn't notice them calling it off while they were still on the track.
Right.
This is going to be kind of an interesting one. It's definitely going to change fortunes going into this next jam. And it's a judgment call.
Absolutely. Our officials are doing a fantastic job today officiating, having full crews doing so much work for every game in this tournament. And it's not, they have to make the hard calls. It's not all cut and dry.
And while they're hammering out the official review, want to mention another one of our sponsors, Bruised Skate Nooses. Bruised Skate Noose, the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder. We have over 50 colors and patterns to fit your team, your league, or your personality. If that isn't enough, contact us for more customization options. You spend a lot of money on those skates, don't shove them in a bag full of sweaty gear. Your skates hate that, and I have heard skates complain about that exact thing.
Likewise.
Get the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder, keep your skates aired out, and show them off with the Bruised Skate News. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or online at bruisedsn.com.
Looks like the official review is coming to an end. both captains and their alternates are returning to their benches.
And it does appear that the call will indeed stand. It was a challenge on that skating out of bounds like we surmised it might have been. The call is going to stand, so that's going to put Treasure Valley starting out on the Sakatumi Power Jam. And their jammer is going to be number 208, Idaho. An appropriate name for a team from Boise.
Idaho going in on her 6th jam, but yet to put points on the board. So let's see if she can do it in this jam.
Idaho trying to lean against, she's being slowed down by Death by Chocolate and number 7, Kelly Kilpowski. They have to let her go, though. She got outside of the zone of engagement.
Idaho coming around, approaching the 3 blockers on track for Houston. And Enfuego is released from the penalty box. Makes her way around, but not before Idaho gets a Rydell Skates Grand Slam.
Idaho re-entering the back of the pack. Enfuego looking and does complete a star pass. Death by Chocolate now holding the star cap. Big hit by On a Highway to Hell immediately after Death by Chocolate got the star pass.
Idaho doing some quick moves, using her agility to get around those Houston blockers. Calls it off.
And I'm not sure, but I think that Scarlet Danger just did a professional wrestling takedown on Death by Chocolate. I mean, sometimes when you need to slow down the opposing skater, you get a little bit devious.
You do a thing.
But that clearly a penalty being assessed against Scarlet Danger. She's going to spend some time in the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino penalty box.
On the line now for Treasure Valley, Demolition Barbie going against number 9, Big Bag Voodoo Dolly for Houston.
And the last jam, Idaho did pick up 9 points, closing the gap 46-80, just under 5 to go.
And now Big Bag Voodoo Dolly getting lead jam for Houston, making her way around. Demolition Barbie still trying to work on her initial pass, working through this strong 3-wall of Houston blockers.
She got taken down with a clean hit by Bustin' Beaver. Well, 5 points already picked up by Big Bad Voodoo Dolly. Dolly has not yet failed to get lead jam. Every time she's been on the track, she's ended up being pointed at with the magic finger of power. There's another 4-point pass, equalizing the 9 scored by Idaho in the last jam. It's going to bring the score 89-46, just under 4 to go in the first half.
So Houston pulling away here, just getting a little bit of 4s and 8s, capitalizing on some jammer penalties that we're seeing.
So sitting up on the notorious RED jammer line here at the Derby Laces track. As Slayer Moon and Dawn of the Shred. Slayer Moon very quickly off grabbing lead jammer for Houston.
Not far behind her, Dawn of the Shred trying to make some room. Tries to kind of skirt around the outside, gets out of bounds, comes back in, re-enters the track. Slayer Moon.
As a moment of good awareness by Poisonberry Pie, who was ready to deliver a hit to Dawn of the Shred, saw that she was out of position and pulled up mere inches away. That could have been a misconduct call going against Poisonberry Pie if she had been able to deliver the hit. But again, that good awareness. 5 more points grabbed by Slayer Moon.
Dawn of the Shred working away at this 3-wall in the back by Houston. Big hit by number 66 from Treasure Valley. That is Aerial Spine on Slayer Moon.
Scarlet Danger pushing Slayer Moon just to the infield and then forcing her to retreat. Creates a little bit of an opportunity for Dawn of the Shred, but
and it looks like there's been a star pass. So that is Raggedy Annihilation who's holding the jammer panty.
Currently inactive and dealing with the entire four wall of defense. And now stepping back to a 1-3 formation. As Miss Stilla, Poisonberry Pie, Jekyll and Heidi, and Patty Payne's just stifling whoever happens to have the star for Treasure Valley in this particular jam.
Slayer Moon coming around for another Rydell Skates Grand Slam. In the meantime, and another one. So, big jam for Houston there. That score going up to 108 versus Treasure Valley's 48.
That matches the highest scoring jam of the game at all. Previously, it was a 19-point jam by Enfuego. Slayer Moon matching that with a 19-point jam of her own. There were 2 points picked up by Treasure Valley. Score is now 108 to 48. Houston's starting to pull away. Got a minute left in the first half.
Ella Snow Fury right on the line right now, going against Enfuego. And Enfuego is called on a back block, so this will be a Sakatumi power jam for Treasure Valley.
And quickly erased because Ella Snow Fury is on her way to the penalty box thanks to a track cut. We're going to have a jammer swap and a full 2-minute jam. This is going to be the last jam of the half because we had under 2 minutes to go when we started it. And neither jammer's completed their initial pass as of yet either, so it's going to be a little bit of time.
So this will be fun to watch as both of these defenses doing a really good job just keeping the game slow, keeping it deliberate.
El Snow Fury and Enfuego back, both out of the penalty box and both just absorbed inside the opposing walls. El Snow Fury, who is tall on her wheels and yet still vanishing in the Houston wall. Enfuego, not as tall, easily being absorbed inside the Treasure Valley wall.
Enfuego may be cognizant of that fact, taking off the jammer cover and handing it to Bustin' Beaver. Bustin' Beaver now getting out of the pack, scoring 3 points for Houston.
Bustin' Beaver trying to fight through, tangling with Scarlet Danger at the front of the pack, completes the pass for 5 more points.
Scarlet Danger, though, getting called on an out of play, and now we have another star pass. The pivot, the jammer panty going to Sinister Kate for Treasure Valley. So it's a 2-star pass jam.
Well, and again, no harm, no foul. Both jammers going into the penalty box. Neither one's going to get lead jammer anyways. They may as well pass the star and try and maximize their potential to get some points. The only one that walks away with points is Houston. They end up with 12 in that jam, bringing their score to an even 120 to 48. What we're seeing, it's not even really penalties. You're seeing the whiteboard with the penalties on it right now. No one's in any real danger. We've got number 630, Scarlet Danger, sitting on 4. But it's all about lead jammer status, and we've been seeing all game long. Houston's gotten lead jammer time and time again. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and see if Treasure Valley can make some adjustments during the half, get themselves back into it.
And Treasure Valley has had some looks and has had some things come through. And they've been able to get lead jam when they've been able to take the inside line. They've been able to put some dents in the score, but Houston has been able to do it a little better, and that's the edge that is really helping them pull ahead in this game.
Well, we'll be back for the second half in just a little under 9 minutes. So take some time, go get yourself a refreshment from your fridge, and enjoy. We'll be right back here on the stream for Midwest Brouhaha 2015.
See you then.
Welcome back. We're about ready to start the second half, about a minute away from the second half of action between Houston and Treasure Valley. Houston holding a 120-48 lead. One of the reasons why is lead jammer percentage. I mean, Houston has gotten lead jammers so much of the time. Their point scoring, Slayer Moon with 43 points and Fuego with 40 points, and having a pretty big differential on both those players' parts as well. And Fuego has a differential of 33 compared to Slayer Moon, a differential of 26. So yeah, you look at that, and Fuego's a slightly more effective jammer. On the flip side, Ella Snow Fury scored 21, Dawn of the Shred with 10. But when you look at who's gotten lead the most time they've been out there, it's Yudaho, and she's only gotten it 33% of the time.
Right, and we see Big Bag Voodoo Dolly getting lead 100% of the time that she's gone out there, so that's incredible. So just being able to be effective on offense, making those quick looks, knowing when to play it, know how to well time it. So
yeah, it's hard to sit and play an entire half and still be 100% on lead jammer percentage. Penalty-wise, Scarlet Danger sitting with 4, on a Highway to Hell with 3. No one else has more than 2. So
pretty clean game overall. I'm not seeing a lot of penalties with these two teams, but let's see what happens in the second half. Right now, on the jammer line, we have Yudaho for Treasure Valley and a Slayer Moon jamming for Houston. Yudaho looking on the inside, gets lead jam, not far from behind her. We see Slayer Moon.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens over the second half about halftime adjustments. Treasure Valley, not too long ago, they were skating against the Oli Rollers. They were down, and they ended up coming back and actually winning that game against Oli. So they're not in unfamiliar territory, but they've got some work ahead of them, staring at a 71-point deficit right now.
That's an incredible win story. Treasure Valley getting a quick 1 point after gaining lead, so not really able to capitalize it too much, but at least coming ahead and not allowing Houston to score any points. Right now, Demolition Barbie is on the line for Treasure Valley, but looks like she got called to the box for a multiplayer block. So now it will be a Sakatumi Power Jam for Houston and Big Bag Voodoo Dolly. Not often you see a multiplayer block being assessed on a jammer.
And Big Bad Voodoo Dolly continuing that 100% that she was running with. Grabs lead jammer once again, and there is a 5-point scoring pass. That's a Rydell Skates grand slam. Only 5, though, before the penalty against Demolition Barbie expires. It allows Barbie to sneak through, and she completes her initial pass. Dolly gets 4 points calling off the jam.
Calling it off quick, making sure that no points are scored by Treasure Valley, bringing up our total score to 49 Treasure Valley, 129 Houston.
Houston's going to send En Fuego to the jam line. She'll be going up against Ella Snow Fury.
Ella Snow Fury pushing at the front, gets knocked out, comes right back in. Clockwise block getting called on number 26, Brandy Brown.
And Ella Snow Fury grabs lead jammer for Treasure Valley.
And Fuego working, trying to get through this pack, a full contingent of Treasure Valley blockers. Only now 3 blockers on the track for Houston.
Yeah, En Fuego tangling with Jane Air Raid, Goddamn Savage, Scarlet Danger, and Anna Highway to Hell. Not having a lot of luck so far. Specifically, Jane Air Raid, one of those at the back, really pinning her down. Although good rotation by Treasure Valley's blockers. Make sure that all of them get to deliver a good clean hit against En Fuego.
See another clockwise penalty being assessed against number 630, Scarlet Danger. And Fuego still really pushing out the front. Treasure Valley being able to contain her with that tripod structure, getting some help from one of her number 26, Randy Brown.
Ella Snowfury with some good agility to stay on the track on the infield, then move towards the outfield. Kelly Kilpowski saw an opportunity and just dropped her with a shoulder towards the outfield right in turn number 1. That forced Ella Snowfury around. Ella Snowfury calling off the jam from the outside. 3 more points for each team on that scoring pass.
Looks like Enfuego was trying to do a star pass to pivot Randy Brown. Ella Snowfury calling it off shortly after doing that. So
it's going to bring the score 132 to 57. Just under 26 minutes left in the second half.
So taking the line now for Treasure Valley, John of the Shred going against Slayer Moon for Houston.
Dawn Shred trying a little shoulder shimmy, seeing if she can find a way through the wall. Maybe fool the Houston positioning a little bit.
Slayer Moon trying to make her way through, driving at the center. Number 66, Ariel Spine getting called for a high block, as well as 1959, Demolition Barbie.
Slayer Moon already in scoring position. Dawn of the Shred still pinned back by the Houston defense. Good, strong defensive play. And you're seeing that bracing formation. That's Poisonberry Pie at the front, really forming the brace. She's being helped by still an Irma Gerd.
And the 2 blockers from Treasure Valley that are stuck on, they're still in the pack. Looks like that's Raggedy Annihilation and Sinister Kate. Doing a pretty good job keeping Slayer Moon back, but she gets through and gets a Rydell Skates grand slam.
And Aurelia Spine out of the penalty box, looking to slow Slayer Moon down. Does not do so. That pass either. 5 more points. Dawn of the Shred still just stifled. Finally getting out. Dawn of the Shred now skating in the open.
Slayer Moon trying to go on the inside. Calls it off.
No additional points, but 10 overall during the jam. That's going to bring the score 142 to 57. Treasure Valley with 24 minutes left to go, and we're seeing that if Treasure Valley made a halftime adjustment, clearly so did Houston.
Right, just strong, getting lead, not letting folks get through here. On the line now for Treasure Valley, we have Udaho going against Big Bad Voodoo Dolly for Houston. Big Bad Voodoo Dolly pushing at the front. Trying to get some help from Death by Chocolate, and she does. Gets lead jam, so her 100% lead jam percentage will stand with that. Udaho working her way, pushing at the back. Big Bad Voodoo Dolly goes right into the pivot for Treasure Valley on a highway to hell.
Yeah, and Dolly immediately held her face. Looked like she was trying to indicate she got hit up a little high. No call by the officials. And then she screams that she's trying to call off the jam and is not being paid enough attention to. Does grab 4 points before calling off the jam and holding Treasure Valley scoreless.
Taking the line now, we have Ella Snow Fury for Treasure Valley and Bustin' Beaver taking the jammer start for Houston. First time she has started with the jammer star in this game. Bustin' Beaver pushing at the front against the 2-wall Treasure Valley blockers. Trying to work her way on the outside.
Yeah, that 2-wall is Raggedy Annihilation and Aurelia Spine. Bustin' Beaver fights through, grabs lead jammer.
Just kind of skirts on the outside on one skate. Really nice agility there. Ella Snow Fury gets out though. Begins her first scoring pass.
And black number 51 takes a big hit from white number 951. Seemed like perhaps Sinister K was a little angry that Bustin' Beaver has stole the last 2 digits of her number. Either way, jam called off. 3 more points picked up by Houston, 149 to 57, 21 and a half to go.
So Treasure Valley not making a lot of headway in this half, gaining 9 points so far compared to 29 from Houston. About 21 minutes to go in this half. Demolition Barbie takes lead for Treasure Valley as Brandy Brown step in the back. Brandy Brown first time jamming for Houston. Demolition Barbie trying to push through in the back of the pack. And Brandy Brown able to get through. Not before Demolition Barbie calls it off, getting 4 points for Treasure Valley. So Treasure Valley not willing to be satisfied with the shutout they've had for the past few jams.
4 points, hit it and quit it, but does break a 3-jam scoreless streak, and only the second jam in this half that Houston hasn't put up any points.
Houston here looks like they're trying some new jammers, folks. They may jam from backup or not in the regular rotation, so playing around. But now they're back to Slayer Moon. We've seen her jam a few times, going against Idaho for Treasure Valley.
Well, that's a bit of a benefit you get when you do open up a lead and you've got some time to kill, is you can utilize jammers that maybe don't necessarily see the rotation as often to try and bring them up to speed during this high-level play. Idaho does pick up lead jam status, stealing it away from Slayer Moon. She's sneaking through. She's got 4 points in the air already.
But
Slayer Moon matches that 4.
Bust through the wall of Treasure Valley quickly.
Idaho snags another 3 before calling it off, not wanting to trade another scoring pass. 7-4 jam, 3 point closer are the two teams. 153 to 68, just under 20 to go.
The three blockers apiece, 2 blockers from each, blocker from each team in the Potawatomi Casino and Hotel penalty box. Ella Snow Fury wearing the Jammer Star for Treasure Valley, going against Big Bad Voodoo Dolly for Houston. High block.
Knocked down a high block. That is against number 630, Scarlet Danger. That is her 6th trip into the penalty box. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on 630 for the rest of this game. Ella Snow Fury does fight through, grabs lead jammer status.
Ella Snow Fury coming from the backpack, gets through Houston blockers quickly. It looks like Big Bad Voodoo Dolly also grabs it. Grabs no points on that last pass, but makes the score.
That marks the first time that Big Bad Voodoo Dolly did not claim the lead jammer as her own. Ella Snowfree really breaking that streak, which, if I'm not mistaken, that means we no longer have anyone sitting at 100%. I think she'll be fine with the about 85 to 90% that she's sitting with. But a very impressive streak put to an end by Ella Snowfury on that jam. We've got a score of 153 to 72. We're in a team timeout, 18:09 left to go. And this timeout is brought to you by Classic Slice Pizza, your friendly neighborhood roller girl-owned pizzeria, serving up huge slices, salads, desserts, and apps made from scratch. Specializing in vegetarian and vegan items and the best gluten-free crust in the city. Classic Slice Pizza has been a proud Brew City Bruiser sponsor from the very beginning. Stop in this weekend and grab a slice and a $2 tall boy. Classic Slice is in Bayview and open until midnight. And I'm willing to bet if you're not here in Milwaukee, you could still get a Classic Slice Pizza delivered via UPS. I wouldn't recommend eating it once it arrives. But the tall boy will not change at all.
You can make it happen. That's just all we're saying. Shipping may be a little prohibitively expensive,
but it's all about the power of will and having enough willpower to order a pizza that you want actually delivered via the postal service.
I have a lot of faith in our postal service, but maybe not that much. I have a little more faith in Enfuego, who gets out for lead jammer status for Houston. going against Demolition Barbie. Demolition Barbie now getting out of the pack, working on her first scoring pass. And Enfuego calls it, but gets no points on the pass. So zip on that jam. Score remains 153 Houston, 68 Treasure Valley.
It was a good defense by Treasure Valley, making sure that Enfuego couldn't get her hips around any of theirs, holding everything down. That leaves the score exactly where it was before. 17 minutes left to go in the second half. Treasure Valley starting to look at the clock as much of an opponent as Houston is.
On the line now for Treasure Valley's Idaho going against Slayer Moon for Houston. Slayer Moon working on the back. Now working on trying to find some room. Facing a 2-wall, but Idaho gets out first for Lee Jam.
Slayer Moon had just found Sinister Kate and was unable to fight through. Sinister Kate does now pick up a penalty, but Idaho already lead jammer, calling off the jam, gets her hips around, grabs 2 points for Treasure Valley, putting their score at 74 to Houston's 153.
Three blockers apiece on the track now. Ella Snow Fury on the line for Treasure Valley, going against Big Bad Voodoo Dolly. Big Bad Voodoo Dolly pushing at the front. Comes in behind the tripod formation of Treasure Valley.
Dolly takes a big hit from Aurelia, spine to the front, bounces off of it, completes her initial pass, snags lead jammer status. Ella Snow Fury just being swallowed up by Betty Watch at 2X4's Bustin' Beaver and Irma Gerd.
And Ella Snow Fury playing a little jammer on jammers, sees Big Bad Voodoo Dolly coming up, gives her a big hit to the inside.
You know, sometimes you need to step back when you're not getting the offense going your way, at least in this particular jam. Sometimes you just step back and play a little defense.
Sometimes you just got to mess things up.
And that's exactly what Ella Snow Fury did, and then forced into a track cut. Smart play. I believe Irma Gerd was one of the Houston skaters that forced her into the track cut. That is going to make this a Sock It To Me power jam for Houston.
Big Bad Voodoo Dolly still working. This pack, big hit from Sinister Kate. And jam is called. Looks like that'll be a 5-point Rydell Skates Grand Slam for Houston, bringing the score up to 158. Houston 74, Treasure Valley.
And that is going to continue this as a power jam. Houston going to send out number 69, Death by Chocolate.
Death by Chocolate pushing forth, trying to go to the inside, looking for an outside. Big hit there. Number 83, 38, and a highway to hell. And Death by Chocolate gets lead jam.
And now she's being assisted by the fact that her team, with the return of number 19, Betty Watchett, that's going to give Houston a 4-2 pack advantage. Ella Snow Fury out of the penalty box, but runs immediately into the Houston defense. Death by Chocolate already grabbing 5 points.
Death by Chocolate just busting through. Gets another 5 points for Houston. Ella Snow Fury going to the penalty box again on a track cut call. So this will make it another Houston Sock It To Me power jam.
And even though there is still over 13 minutes left, that power or the track cut and this power jam may be what is the final death knell for Treasure Valley. And there's still time, but they've got to clean up their game, and they're now staring at over a 100-point deficit. Death by Chocolate throwing a little shade at Sinister Kate as she comes skating by.
Kind of gave her a little side eye as she came in, and I
don't think DBC liked the hit that she was given.
I don't think so either. She said, "You know what? Your jammer is getting iced. I'm just gonna do you like that." Brings up the score to 178 Houston, 74 Treasure Valley.
Let's going to continue this Sakatumi Power Jam. Sakatumi sells fun, funky socks with tacos, cupcakes, ninjas, mustaches, unicorns, and other things magical. With over 200 different sock designs, there's something for every personality, from punk rock to peacock and everything in between. That is Sakatumi Socks, and the Sakatumi Power Jam features number 91, Slayer Moon. Already out, lead jammer, and snagging some more points for Houston. Continue to extend the lead. Ella Snow Fury released from the penalty box, looking to make amends for back-to-back track cuts.
Out of play is called, and Slayer Moon gets through for a 5-point grand slam. Slayer Moon hitting the front of the pack hard, pushing against Aerial's spine. Backwards bracing. Turning around. Falls down. Being forced to recycle.
Aurelia Spine is a skater that is very good at the front of the pack and skating backwards and keeping herself from picking up too many directional play penalties. Star passed over to Sinister Kate, and that pretty much leads to Slayer Moon saying, "I've had enough. I got 9 points. I don't need any more in this jam. I'm going to call it off." That's going to allow us to set up the next jam, and a new jammer for Treasure Valley is number 88, Phantom of the Dropia.
Timeout. Looks like timeout being taken by Houston. This timeout brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play, stay, and get lucky at Milwaukee's #1 entertainment destination. Table games, dining, shows, hotel, it's all here, only at Potawatomi. Play all day and stay all night at Milwaukee's #1 entertainment destination and luxury hotel.
And keep in mind, if you are using the social media, tag all your posts with the hashtag Brouhaha2015. Let's get this trending in Russia.
I have a bet with Willem. We can get this trending in Baku.
We all know that Vladimir Putin is, in and of himself, he is a roller derby team. And we want him to know that he should be here at Brouhaha 2015. So get this the trending. Use the hashtag all over the place. Also, if you're a stats nerd like the rest of us on the mic, you can get stats for all of these bouts. Dig through them. They're all going to be available at stats.madrollandolls.com. So go there, check out their stats, check out all the stats from all the games here at Midwest Brouhaha 2015.
Right now, Phantom of the Dropia jamming for Treasure Valley, going against Big Bad Voodoo Dolly for Houston.
This is Phantom's first time jamming, trying to change some of the fortunes of Treasure Valley. She picks up lead jammer. Again, a rare occurrence for Dolly to not declare lead jammer for Houston. But this could be a little bit of a swing. Treasure Valley needs as much help as they can get right now with the clock really set up against them. Phantom of the Dropia trying to push through, but pushed to the outfield, or the infield, sorry, by Kelly Kilpowski.
Big Bad Voodoo Dolly makes it out for an initial pass. Phantom of the Dropia still making it through on her first scoring pass and calls it. Not before she scores a 5-point Rydell Skates grand slam, leaving Houston scoreless. That brings the score to 187 Houston and 79 for Treasure Valley. So changing it up a little bit, getting a little more leverage than they have been with their existing jammer lineup. Maybe some fresh legs in there.
That's going to set it up with the notorious RED jammer line being staffed by Demolition Barbie and Bustin' Beaver. Number 51 black, number 1959 white. Bustin' Beaver trying to get around Sinister Kate.
Multiplayer block being assessed on number 16, Mistilla for Houston. Lead jam going to Demolition Barbie. About half the track behind her, Bustin' Beaver on her initial pass, but not before. Demolition Barbie scores 4 points for Treasure Valley.
And Demolition Barbie seems like she's planning on just continuing to try and snag some extra points. Could have called off the jam and prevented Bustin' Beaver from grabbing any, but Treasure Valley hungry for more, and Demolition Barbie 1959 says, I've got 2 9s in my number. I've put 9 on the scoreboard.
Demolition Barbie trying to duck on the inside. Avoid that, but gets pushed to the outside. And now, looks like blockers are getting mixed up. I think the jam's over, but another grand slam is scored by Demolition Barbie. 5 points.
For those of you that aren't here in the arena, you may not be aware that there are 2 tracks going on all day, and they're separated by a curtain. So it looks like what happened in that last go-round was that there was the other track, a jam being called off. It led to some confusion of the blockers, and Demolition Barbie just took advantage of it, kept skating through.
Demolition Barbie just coming through, slicing through this pack. No motions, but now is making her way to the box for a track cut.
That slows down any momentum that she was picking up.
But
the power jam eliminated right away. Bustin' Beaver into the penalty box on a back block call.
So it looks like we're going to... Oh, we almost started this jam with both jammers in the blocks, but Demolition Barbie was released beforehand. So Treasure Valley will start on a much-needed power jam, not for a full 30 seconds, but for enough time to possibly gain lead and make something of it.
It's one of those situations where it might have been better if Bustin' Beaver had actually taken her time getting in the penalty box, because there was so little time left on the jam clock. That's going to allow Treasure Valley to start out with Ella Snow Fury on the jam line and in the ability to try and get lead jam right away instead of having to start from the penalty box.
Ella Snow Fury does get out quickly and gains lead jammer status for Treasure Valley.
And then interesting, Bustin' Beaver comes in front of the pack, so she technically hasn't even completed her initial pass yet, coming out of the penalty box. And is called on a track cut penalty right away. That's going to extend this power jam. New power jam being handed to Treasure Valley. It's the Sakatumi power jam. And Ella Snow Fury has already picked up 5 points. She's going to look to grab some more.
So a lot of motion here by Treasure Valley, being able to make some progress. But it looks like a track cut is called on Ella Snow Fury, and she's making her way to the box. This is just a story of track cuts these last 2 jams.
Well, and it's specifically been the unfortunate story that we've been seeing if you're a Treasure Valley fan, where every time that they start getting a little bit momentum, start getting things going their way, they derail it with taking a penalty, and often an unforced penalty, whereas Houston's really been able to kind of maintain their own flow, and when they've run into a little bit of trouble, they get it back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing this is going to be a full 2-minute jam. Now we've finally seen Bustin' Beaver complete her initial pass, even though it's about her 3rd time around the track.
About 24 points left in this jam. Bustin' Beaver making her way, pushing at the front of this Treasure Valley defense. Ella Snow Fury coming back in, taking a big fall.
It took a big, heavy hit from number 21, Jacqueline Heidi. Jacqueline Heidi into the penalty box.
Bustin' Beaver getting recycled back. Not before Ella Snow Fury is able to pick up 5 at the end of the jam. So that brings the score to Houston 194, Treasure Valley 112.
Yeah, Ella Snow Fury completing that scoring pass. But right now, 194, 112, 4.5 to go. It would take a miracle at this point for Treasure Valley to come back. But you never know. Derby is a strange game and sometimes
bizarre.
A fickle mistress.
Some interesting clock management, some shamanistic rituals. And perhaps Idaho taking lead jam doesn't hurt either. Slayer Moon working to get through the pack. Now gets to the pack. Idaho working, get through. Gets called on a track cut penalty. Will make this a Sakatui power jam for Houston. That is not what Treasure Valley needs right now.
And that was, with the penalty being served, that's actually going to send up and give Houston an opportunity to get even more points, and that's just going to help Houston in the standings too. And these two teams separated by a little bit. Houston was the one that was not ranked as highly, so a win was already going to help them, and now they're just going to do themselves even more of a favor by opening up and extending a bigger lead.
Yeah, especially teams that are close in the rankings. If you win big against a team who's close to you, it gives a huge bump in the rankings.
Well, and Houston right now, they're looking at the notion of doubling up on Treasure Valley. That's huge. If you are putting up 66 of the points or 66% of the points in the game, that really helps your adjustment.
Absolutely.
So Houston, with another 5 points, crossing the double century mark.
Idaho back in the action, trying to get through this contingent of blockers for Houston. Nastila, Jekyll and Heidi, 2X Force, and Ermagerd. Treasure Valley pushes Slayer Moon back. She is recycled about 4 on track backwards. And even more, the recycling that doesn't stop, but the jam is called before she can re-enter. Ending up with the score of 206 Houston, which is 115 Treasure Valley.
They were able to grab 3 points for Treasure Valley, but 12 points for Houston. And we're running low on time. We've got 2 minutes left. It's at the point now where Treasure Valley needs to find out whatever they can do to minimize the damage to the standings. And it's still another couple of games yet this weekend, but they need to minimize the damage because right now Houston is really taking it to them, and they haven't had an answer all game long. Demolition Barbie grabbing lead jammer status there. That's going to help out a little bit. Star Pass now completed to Death by Chocolate.
Death by Chocolate. Some jammer action pushes Demolition Barbie out. Death by Chocolate gets through for a 4-point pass. Demolition Barbie being recycled back to the back of the pack as Death by Chocolate heads to the pack for her second scoring pass.
Death by Chocolate showing off some of her derby intelligence, making sure to call for the star pass at the right time, getting her feet in when Treasure Valley was trying to lure her into a track cut. Again, throwing a little bit of shade at Scarlet Danger. Another 5-point scoring pass. That is a Ride Off Skates Grand Slam.
Well, Demolition Barbie trying to do a little spin move. Gets hit. Big hit. Knocks her out and back to the back of the pack.
She seemed to have some words for Patty Paynes. Now that's a back block call being assessed against Demolition Barbie. That gives Death by Chocolate the opportunity to kill off the rest of the clock. It's going to be a full 2-minute jam. And there's 25 seconds left on the period clock, 33 seconds on the jam clock. Death by Chocolate's going to skate out the remainder of this game and trying to keep staking Houston to a better and better standing and gain.
Death by Chocolate working her way through, trying to capitalize it, telling her blockers to come in and play some offense for her as she's getting stuck on the back of that Treasure Valley defense. Yep. Raggedy Annihilation, Scarlet Danger, Aurelius Fine, and Sinister Kate. And the jam comes to its natural end.
The jam reaches its end score unofficially, 220 to 119. Big bump. This is definitely going to help Houston's rankings and standings. Both these teams were looking firmly in D2, but they're both hungry for the Division I tournaments. This is going to help Houston get a little bit closer. It's not going to help Treasure Valley standings. And it really came down to lead jammer status and being able to maintain that momentum when things started to slip away.
Absolutely.
Much closer in the second half overall, but still, this was Houston's day. They took it to Treasure Valley. We're going to see what happens with these two teams the rest of the weekend.
Treasure Valley trying to come back, some good looks here and there, but often shooting themselves in the foot with track cut penalties or other sorts of jammer penalties that really prevented them from gaining the momentum they needed to come back in this game.
Looks like we've got an official final, 220 to 119. Good game played by both teams. Houston definitely had the better of the play in this game and kept everything going. Penalties, relatively even the second half, fairly close on lead gems. It was the first half that really set everything up, and Treasure Valley just dug themselves too big of a hole. Stay tuned all weekend long. You're watching Midwest Brouhaha 2015, the 6th annual Midwest Brouhaha, from here in what has turned into now a sunny Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's sunny now.
My name is Wilhelm Scream.
And my name is Kate Silver.
Stick around. There's more Derby action coming up.
Turnaround Skates is proud to support the 2015 Midwest Brouhaha. We are a Derby-owned roller skate shop in Buffalo, New York. Our focus is providing our customers with innovative and quality skates, parts, and protective gear from all the top manufacturers. Our customers represent a variety of skating styles and backgrounds. Our boutique shopping experience focuses on finding the right skates and gear for you. We also add a bit of style with our fun accessories and clothing. Visit us in Buffalo or online at turnaroundskates.com.
Hi everybody, this is Zach here from Rydell Skates, and we're here to talk to you today about an exciting new product we have. This is our R-Fit footbed kit. It's designed to help alleviate pain and reduce some soreness that people commonly get while skating. First, let's talk about the R-Fit footbed itself. It's a high-density foam with a soft-top cover on it. It allows for a lot more cushion and support for a safer and more effective skating session. On the back side, there's Velcro components that allow you to attach adjustable arch supports and heel wedges to it, which is really where all the customization comes in. Installed in the footbed is a blue arch support, which is neutral. There's also a red arch support, which is for high arches, and an orange arch support, which is for low arches. Installation and swapping them out is really simple. All you need to do is just peel the Velcro off and then install the new insert. The heel is another area of customization. You can use the included purple heel lift to elevate the heel on the boot, which can reduce heel slippage, irritation, or shin splints. Or you can use the included green heel wedge It's angled, so depending on the way you install it, it can help correct pronation or supination issues. This metatarsal pad can be installed on the top side of the footbed to help reduce numbness in the toe and ball area of the foot. Getting the proper fit is really simple. What you'll need to do is take your existing insole out of your skates. Then all you need to do is line the two up on top of each other and trace and trim to fit. The R-Fit footbed kit is available now at any of our authorized retailers. And for more information, you can always visit our website at www.roller.rydellskates.com.
Come celebrate summer with the Dairyland Dolls, Saturday, June 20th and Saturday, July 11th at the Hartmeyer Ice Arena. Doors at 5, action at 6. But wait, there's more. The Dairyland Dolls will be shaking things up with a special outdoor exhibition bout on Saturday, June 27th during the Festival Food Shake the Lake celebration at the Monona Terrace. Event opens at 5, Derby at 6. Come for Derby, stay for fireworks. Find the Derby in you. MadRollandDolls.com.
Turnaround Skates is proud to support the 2015 Midwest Brouhaha. We are a Derby-owned roller skate shop in Buffalo, New York. Our focus is providing our customers with innovative and quality skates, parts, and protective gear from all the top manufacturers. Our customers represent a variety of skating styles and backgrounds. Our boutique shopping experience focuses on finding the right skates and gear for you. We also add a bit of style with our fun accessories and clothing. Visit us in Buffalo or online at turnaroundskates.com.
Hi everybody, this is Zach here from Rydell Skates, and we're here to talk to you today about an exciting new product we have. This is our R-Fit footbed kit. It's designed to help alleviate pain and reduce some soreness that people commonly get while skating. First, let's talk about the R-Fit footbed itself. It's a high-density foam with a soft top cover on it. It allows for a lot more cushion and support for a safer and more effective skating session. On the back side, there's Velcro components that allow you to attach adjustable arch supports and heel wedges to it, which is really where all the customization comes in. Installed in the footbed is a blue arch support, which is neutral. There's also a red arch support, which is for high arches, and an orange arch support, which is for low arches. Installation and swapping them out is really simple. All you need to do is just peel the Velcro off and then install the new insert. The heel is another area of customization. You can use the included purple heel lift to elevate the heel in the boot, which can reduce heel slippage, irritation, or shin splints. Or you can use the included green heel wedge. It's angled, so depending on the way you install it, it can help correct pronation or supination issues. This metatarsal pad can be installed on the top side of the footbed to help reduce numbness in the toe and ball area of the foot. Getting the proper fit is really simple. What you'll need to do is take your existing insole out of your skates. Then all you need to do is line the two up on top of each other and trace and trim to fit. The R-Fit footbed kit is available now at any of our authorized retailers. And for more information, you can always visit our website at www.roller.rydellskates.com.
Come celebrate summer with the Dairyland Dolls, Saturday, June 20th and Saturday, July 11th at the Hartmeyer Ice Arena. Doors at 5, action at 6. But wait, there's more. The Dairyland Dolls will be shaking things up with a special outdoor exhibition bout on Saturday, June 27th during the Festival Food Shake the Lake celebration at the Monona Terrace. Event opens at 5, derby at 6. Come for derby, stay for fireworks. Find the derby in you. MadRollandDolls.com.
Turnaround Skates is proud to support the 2015 Midwest Brouhaha. We are a Derby-owned roller skate shop in Buffalo, New York. Our focus is providing our customers with innovative and quality skates, parts, and protective gear from all the top manufacturers. Our customers represent a variety of skating styles and backgrounds. Our boutique shopping experience focuses on finding the right skates and gear for you. We also add a bit of style with our fun accessories and clothing. Visit us in Buffalo or online at turnaroundskates.com.
Hi everybody, this is Zach here from Rydell Skates, and we're here to talk to you today about an exciting new product we have. This is our R-Fit footbed kit. It's designed to help alleviate pain and reduce some soreness that people commonly get while skating. First, let's talk about the R-Fit footbed itself. It's a high-density foam with a soft top cover on it. It allows for a lot more cushion and support for a safer and more effective skating session. On the back side, there's Velcro components that allow you to attach adjustable arch supports and heel wedges to it, which is really where all the customization comes in. Installed in the footbed is a blue arch support, which is neutral. There's also a red arch support, which is for high arches, and an orange arch support, which is for low arches. Installation and swapping them out is really simple. All you need to do is just peel the Velcro off and then install the new insert. The heel is another area of customization. You can use the included purple heel lift to elevate the heel on the boot, which can reduce heel slippage, irritation, or shin splints. Or you can use the included green heel wedge. It's angled, so depending on the way you install it, it can help correct pronation or supination issues. This metatarsal pad can be installed on the top side of the footbed to help reduce numbness in the toe and ball area of the foot. Getting the proper fit is really simple. What you'll need to do is take your existing insole out of your skates. Then all you need to do is line the two up on top of each other and trace and trim to fit. The R-Fit footbed kit is available now at any of our authorized retailers. And for more information, you can always visit our website at www.roller.rydellskates.com.
Come celebrate summer with the Dairyland Dolls, Saturday, June 20th and Saturday, July 11th at the Hartmeyer Ice Arena. Doors at 5, action at 6. But wait, there's more. The Dairyland Dolls will be shaking things up with a special outdoor exhibition bout on Saturday, June 27th during the Festival Food Shake the Lake celebration at the Monona Terrace. Event opens at 5, derby at 6. Come for derby, stay for fireworks. Find the derby in you. MadRollandDolls.com.
Turnaround Skates is proud to support the 2015 Midwest Brouhaha. We are a Derby-owned roller skate shop in Buffalo, New York. Our focus is providing our customers with innovative and quality skates, parts, and protective gear from all the top manufacturers. Our customers represent a variety of skating styles and backgrounds. Our boutique shopping experience focuses on finding the right skates and gear for you. We also add a bit of style with our fun accessories and clothing. Visit us in Buffalo or online at turnaroundskates.com.
Hi everybody, this is Zach here from Rydell Skates, and we're here to talk to you today about an exciting new product we have. This is our R-Fit footbed kit. It's designed to help alleviate pain and reduce some soreness that people commonly get while skating. First, let's talk about the R-Fit footbed itself. It's a high-density foam with a soft top cover on it. It allows for a lot more cushion and support for a safer and more effective skating session. On the back side, there's Velcro components that allow you to attach adjustable arch supports and heel wedges to it, which is really where all the customization comes in. Installed in the footbed is a blue arch support, which is neutral. There's also a red arch support, which is for high arches, and an orange arch support, which is for low arches. Installation and swapping them out is really simple. All you need to do is just peel the Velcro off and then install the new insert. The heel is another area of customization. You can use the included purple heel lift to elevate the heel on the boot, which can reduce heel slippage, irritation, or shin splints. Or you can use the included green heel wedge. It's angled, so depending on the way you install it, it can help correct pronation or supination issues.